The 1970s were a time period that really suffered with segregation, especially in schools. Two things that they suffered with the most was the program of affirmative action and segregation in public schools. In the 1970s, however, the higher education like colleges and whatnot were faced with affirmative action. This was and still is today a program that removes segregation from workplaces. The goal that increases the population of minority students came about in colleges and universities. This goal was achieved by removing race as a requirement in admissions. There was a big debate on this in the 1970s on whether or not this was a good idea or not. In 1978, there was a case called the Regents of the University of California vs. Bakey. Because affirmative action was now set in place, the Supreme Court first forced the University of California to allow Bakey into their school. This case impacted other universities and colleges because now when they were accepting or declining students, race couldn't be a part of their decision. Not only was affirmative action a step closer to desegregation, but the transition white students in public schools took to get out of segregated environments was referred to as the white flight. During this time, the 1970s, white communities found themselves moving to the suburbs and black communities found themselves moving to the center of urban areas. It brought many problems because people believed that African Americans and whites should still go to school together. The court didn't think that this could work unless the school district had already been segregated, but they found, for example, in Louisville, Kentucky, that urban and suburban districts worked together to produce segregated schools. The 70s were tough for a lot of students because of the disagreement with affirmative action and segregation in public schools, but they were at least making a step closer to becoming equal.